This month is March. And people, yes, that's right. That's right. And in March, people are mad. Are you guys mad?
I'm mad.
Do you have the madness?
Yeah.
Yes, so do we. We all have March madness. And so this month, we are looping that theme into the show. We're doing bracketology. We've made a tournament-style, March Madness style bracket, except we are not using basketball teams. We are using a different type of competitor. And this week's competitor is the concept of excuses. Yeah. So we've come up with what we think are the 16 excuses who best deserve to be in the tournament this month. And we came up with 13 of them, and then we had Facebook decide 2 more. I'll run down the 16 competitors in a moment. Here's how the show is going to go. We are going to discuss each of the competitors in this bracket, okay? And then you are going to decide, based on our discussions, which of those go through to the next round. Now, the way that you decide is, what we're deciding on is this the best excuse that most represents the category excuses? Maybe not the most outlandish excuse, maybe not the excuse that you think will work the most of the time, just the one that is the platonic ideal of excuses. You know? The excuse that most represents the category excuses. Awesome. So I think let's discuss which ones they are, right? Let's see. Let me look at my RO. It just says bracketology. So yeah, we're going to run down the competitors for tonight. Okay, death in the family. Pretty good excuse.
Wow. Tell their seed.
This is the number 1 seed. Okay, yay! Pretty solid. It's going to be hard. Yeah, this is the Duke of excuses. Or North Carolina, whichever, I don't know. Any basketball?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. Trapped in Narnia, number 16 seed. Ooh. Interesting. Maybe a Cinderella story. We'll see. Had to save a life is the number 8 seed. Okay. Attacked by an animal, the number 9 seed. Those two very closely seated. Number 4, lady problems. Number 13, YOLO. Number 5, food poisoning. I thought it said food positioning. Bad excuse. Food poisoning, good excuse. Okay, seed number 12, you guys are going to provide right now.
And I put it number 12 because number 12 is like often where you see they're like a solid, but they're maybe a little underrated. I wanted to give you guys as much of a chance with your seeding as possible.
A fair shake.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, does anybody have any?
I was dancing.
Work.
I was dancing.
Yeah, well, let's go through the rest so that we don't double up, and then you guys think about it.
Wait. But we just heard word zombie apocalypse and what?
Oh.
I was dancing.
I was dancing. I thought it's Irish dancing.
Okay, work.
Zombie apocalypse or I was dancing.
Feeling suicidal.
Feeling suicidal.
We didn't discuss how we decide. I think I just get to decide. It's really, for me, it's between work and zombies. Yeah, sorry.
Sad! Being sad! Cousins in town.
You know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with sad. I'm gonna go with sad. Sad is a fair sad. That's a good number 12 seed.
Okay, but if you filled out your bracket already, you voted for sad whenever you said it would go further.
Right. If you got a bracket earlier and you filled it out, you sort of blind all in on sad. Number 2 seed, traffic. Ugh. Number 15 seed, no friends. We actually aren't sure how this is an excuse yet. We're going to figure it out. Number 7, I forgot. Fair. Number 10, in a coma for 2 months. You guys, This is real. I don't know if you guys know, but Dave, the guy holding the bracket, was in a coma for 2 months. Yeah, for real, he really was.
Well, I was in the coma for 1 month, but I was in the hospital for 2 months.
Okay.
And I didn't suggest this, but someone on Facebook didn't quite understand how long I was in the coma. Right.
But then you clarified, I'm sure?
No.
Okay, anyway, the
That's
point
because
is...
Dave being in a coma for 1 month is no excuse.
You guys, an early chip in from Mark Logsdon. You're going to be getting that a lot tonight. That's one of the Facebook ones. What was the other Facebook one?
We haven't gotten to it.
Oh, okay. Kids, pretty good excuse. Number 3 seed. 14. Okay. That's one of the other Facebook ones. But it just says wedding choreographer right here. I have to read you the full text of what that
This comes
excuse
from a panelist you'll see on stage soon.
Yeah, Sonal suggested this, and it was voted as one of the ones that we should choose. Here, right? Yeah. Okay. Here's the excuse. Wedding! Exclamation point. I forgot about this one until now because there are so many of us, but I actually really need to go to this one specifically. Also, I am the choreographer for all the dances, and we are talking about 27 cousins. If I'm not there, everything will collapse. Wedding ruined. So that is the number 14 seed. That full text, which I will read at any point if anybody requests. Number 6, the man, which people are kind of feeling right now. 11, it's my birthday. Okay.
Happy birthday!
So it's. Thank you. I want for my birthday, I want to win this damn bracket because the prize is pretty good, you guys. But we won't discuss that until the end.
Well, we should though.
Oh, okay. The prize is if you win the. Well, no, let's save it. I think.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I think it's more exciting.
Okay.
Great. That's how the bracket looks. Is everybody mad? And you know who's super mad? The panelists for tonight. Let's bring them out. The panelists for tonight, Bracketology show. Let's bring them out one at a time. Dave Marr. Joe Scott. Ilana Gordon. Mark Logsdon. What's your last name, Marcos? Marcos Barnes. What's your last name, Tom? Tom Simmons. Unji Kim. And Sonal Adwal. Close enough.
Try it again.
Adderall? No.
Agarwal.
Oh.
Agarwal.
Agarwal. I have never known that until this moment. Okay, great. Okay, so right before we do this, the thing is, this is a very expensive show to make. We had to 3D print this. Look at how thick that is. The beers cost $4,000. That van, we had actually bought a van just for this seat. So we had to get sponsors for this show. And they're going to come up and they're going to do a couple of ads interspliced. You guys have seen television. You know how ads work. The first ad for tonight is Tony Sankowski promoting his show, The Film Show. Tony?
Can I stand to the side a little bit? I feel a little weird. You're just staring at my ass all the time. Are you guys cool with that? Okay,
You
cool.
paid the $30,000.
Yes, guys, it was a lot of money right now. And this is also the first ad spot when everyone's upset, like the event hasn't started yet. Like the Super Bowl. They're like, what the fuck? All right. So I was promoting the film show on Facebook, and I got this message so I figured I'd read the message instead of the ad. All right. Hey, Tony, your ex-girlfriend here. Can you please stop sending me Facebook invites to, like, The Film Show, a recorded comedy showcase, which happens the fourth Sunday of every month, 7 p.m. at the Crowd Theater. From my understanding, you and your co-producer, Jamie Meeks, who's super single and ready to mingle, book a different lineup of comedians each month to perform 8 minutes of original material, which you help them film for future submissions to showcases and festivals. Wow. That's a cool idea. You know, it's also a cool idea, returning my copy of Pride and Prejudice. You borrowed that book like 4 years ago and you've yet to return it. I see from your constant posting on your timeline in at least 4 Facebook groups related to Chicago comedy that your show is sponsored by Corridor Brewery and Provisions, which is conveniently located off the Southport Brown Line stop at 3446 North Southport Ave. Each month, they give the film show 2 sixtels of beer for free. And this isn't cheap beer like PBR. This includes Wizard Fight, an American IPA that's served year-round and pairs well with the food served at Corridor Brewery, especially their artisanal pizzas. By attending the film show, people are able to enjoy unlimited free beer from a local farmhouse craft brewery and support local comedians. But seriously, I want my book back. The worst part is I know you've tried reading it at least 3 times, but stop because you think your time would be better spent Facebook stalking me instead of reading a classic piece of literature by Jane Austen. I digress. Stop sending me invites to Facebook events, especially the one for the film show, March edition, which takes place March 26th, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at the Crowd Theater. I do not want to hear about how for only $5 I get to enjoy delicious free beer and comedy from Anthony Cusimano, Will Butsky, Basil Farage, Kristen Kenchuk, Tim Cox, Claire Swanson, and Aaron Sutherland, and how all the profits from the show will be split evenly amongst the performers. Wow, that sounds like a hilarious night of comedy. And a lot funnier than that joke you're currently trying to make about the relationship between Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, 2 characters from Pride and Prejudice. A joke you'd only be able to make if you finished reading that book and returned it. The only thing worse than you not returning my book is how you never gave me an orgasm. I take that last part back. This is super from Realsy, a message Tony Sikowski got from an ex-girlfriend who he totally made come a bunch of times. Not a shameless promotion for the film show, March edition, $5 tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at the Crowd Theater with free beer from our sponsor, Corridor Brewery and Provisions. $30,000!
Nicely done!
And now it's time. We're going to decide very quickly now on the first few rounds of this thing. We got 16 teams competing who want to make it to the... Well, I guess they're not teams, they're concepts. But they still want it bad. Okay, so here's how this works. You guys are voting on which teams go through, right? And you should not vote based on what you filled out in your bracket. Okay, because it's not going to matter. There's too many of you. You cancel each other out. Vote with your heart. I'm just going to read you 2 teams, and then think about it for 1 second, and then I'm going to say each team, and you guys will clap for which one you think should go through to the next round. Okay? So let's start with that. We're going to start with the tightest matchup of the first round. The 8 seed versus the 9 seed. Number 8, Had to Save a Life versus number 9, Attacked by an Animal. Let's hear it for Had to Save a Life. Panel, can you please refrain from voting?
Really?
Okay, number 8, Had to Save a Life. Let's hear it again. Cool. And number 9, Attacked by an Animal. I think Animal goes through into the
Just like that?
That's fucked up.
Dude, it was a tight matchup, but
not really.
Dave, you don't have the power right now.
yeah, I mean they went through, you know, just like happens in sports. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do Let's do the number 7 seed versus the number 10 seed. This is I Forgot versus In a Coma for 2 months, okay? So let's hear it for I Forgot. And then let's hear it for In a Coma for 2 months. Very narrow victory, but...
I feel like some animosity from this crowd. For no reason. I don't know why.
Okay, but if that's how the show was happening, this would be a very short, boring show. What's actually going to happen is the panel is going to discuss some of these matchups for a moment. So let's go ahead and do a quick example of that. We're going to do the first matchup here, Death in a Family versus Trapped in Narnia. Okay, so the number 1 seed versus the number 16. Let's just have Tom and Unji. Tom, do you want to give us a quick, what's the word for when you argue for something?
Argument, yeah.
I think there's another word, but do you want to give us a quick argument for why Death in the Family should go through?
Yeah, just because Trapped in Narnia is whimsical bullshit. Like, it's pretty clear that Death in the Family is a much more... First off, if you're trapped in Narnia, I don't know how you tell someone you're there. You're too busy like hanging out with the talking lion. And with Death in the Family, you know, people just hear death. You don't even really need the family part. It's just a nice little comparison. And that always hits it home. So I'm going to say Death in the Family.
Okay, great. Anji, and can you sort of defend Trapped in Narnia?
So, I don't want to live in a world without whimsy, right? A world where the imagination means nothing, right? Come on. C.S. Lewis is not only a devout Christian, but a whimsical lad. All right, and he created a world for us.
Sell them on the Christian stuff.
Okay.
This is his fiance.
That's also not
Wait a second.
It's time to vote.
Wait a second.
It's time to vote. Wow.
You're trapped. You're fucking trapped.
Okay.
You can't get this stuff because you're trapped. You're trapped.
And the lion's name was Aslan. Okay.
But you're trapped.
And he was so nice. The lion. Okay. Okay. So Death in the Family versus Trapped in Narnia. Let's hear it for Death in the Family. Let's hear it for Narnia. But that is how the number 1 versus the number 16 usually goes.
Well seated.
Yeah, well seated. A 60-point blowout. Okay, Death in Fam.
Yeah, Tom.
Okay, so let's do let's do Traffic versus No Friends. Mark, do you want to do Traffic?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Traffic, I think, is a great excuse because you're stuck. Like, what is the alternative to being stuck in traffic? If someone's going to say, like, dude, you could have made it's like, I can't teleport. I can't take an alternative means of getting there because the roads are the way in which human beings travel. So I would say, if someone's going to rebut me on traffic, be like, suggest a futuristic form of travel by which hasn't been invented yet that could have avoided this traffic jam.
Great, awesome. And then no, that was legitimate. I think it was legitimately awesome. Do you want to do No Friends, Solo? Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, traffic is obviously this go-to bullshit. You know, I mean, like, if you're gonna come up with an excuse, reason you didn't go to work, no, in traffic, put some effort into your excuse. Also, let's think about the levels of this no friends thing. We are invoking empathy, pity. You know, like we are emotionally involving the people that we are trying to explain. No, I couldn't come to work. Why? Because I ain't got no friends. What does that mean? You know, I don't really need to get into it. I don't need to get into it. I don't need to get my therapist involved. But let me say that I don't have any friends, and it's really intense. And I say that traffic is fucking bullshit, and I'm here alone, and you want me to come to work? What are you talking about? I can deal with the traffic.
Okay, so let's hear it for traffic.
Yeah.
Woo!
No friends. Huge upset.
Holy shit!
Huge upset.
That's crazy.
Traffic. We have our first Cinderella story. No friends. A huge upset over traffic. That's the number 2 seed just went out of the tournament. Some brackets just
That's like
busted wide
1999
open.
Arizona stuff.
Okay, but I'm not going to be.
They have to land. Keep going.
But I'm not going to be assigning a position for each of these during the show. The debaters are going to get to choose. It's going to be more of a discussion. So I want Dave and Marcos to kind of just discuss kids versus wedding choreographer. Oh, well, let's not do that one yet. Let's do, because I don't want to read it again. Let's do the man versus it's my birthday. So let's have you guys just sort of discuss those two excuses just for about 30 seconds.
It's my birthday now.
One, but let's be clear. Like the man, what we're talking about is like, okay, a black guy got stopped by a white cop. The man is racism. The man is economic problems. The man
And you
is.
can't say shit to that. You're like, oh, the man.
Yeah, but there's something so like primal about it's my birthday that I like. It's like something that's like, it's like you just it operates on a non like logical level. It's like, but it's my birthday. And so you're just like, yes. And then for someone to be like the man, like you're never gonna believe him. Okay, so my question is, does an excuse have to be believable? I would argue, yes, it's my birthday, way more believable than
the man stopping you?
What do you think?
I think the man is more of a shitty excuse, only because, yeah, but what's
Shitty as in bad excuse or shitty thing to happen to you to provide the excuse?
Yeah, what's a shitty thing that...
Which is, yeah.
Which is which?
Yeah, which is which?
Yeah.
I've never heard someone say my birthday as a fucking excuse.
You've never heard someone say that? Yo, it must be a race thing, dude.
I would never be like, yo, yeah, 12 stop. That's why I can't come into work or something.
Well, this was supposed to be the example of a discussion rather than an argument, but it just sort of... just sort of shook out?
The man.
That's right. There you go. Okay, so now let's figure it out. The man versus it's my birthday. Let's hear it for the man. It's my birthday. Birthday, I think goes through.
Whites.
You know who just crossed out the man? The man!
And when the man, yeah, okay. There's nothing I could have said after that. It would have been good. Okay. And when the man, no, it's just bad after that. Okay, let's do this one. Kids versus wedding choreographer. Okay, do you guys remember? It's the woman who she forgot about the wedding. She's got to get there because she choreographed all the dances. Boy, there's 27 cousins. And gosh, this wedding's gonna break down. Versus kids.
I mean, kids. Yeah, kids. Yeah.
Okay, so let's everybody. You know what? Fuck you guys, I'm just gonna write. It's kids goes through. Okay. And then, but here's the thing, I also, it's not gonna just be two people debating these things, it's gonna be the whole panel debating them the whole time. So let's, for 30 seconds, let's discuss lady problems versus YOLO, okay?
Yo, they both sound like excuses a lady would say.
First of all, there's so many parts of a woman. Like, wait, you got polyps, you got uterine cancer, you got cysts.
Those are bad.
You have. Did I already say polyps?
Would you say for uterine cancer, I got lady problems?
If we're talking about YOLO versus lady problems, so let's carry on.
100%.
YOLO is like That's like
what is YOLO as an excuse? Like, is it like an excuse for doing something positive? Like that's my question.
But it's an excuse for anything. Like you could murder someone and be like YOLO. Like that's the.
Like you say that's like Schwarzenegger style. Like as you kill them, YOLO.
Dude, in 5 years, no one's gonna remember what YOLO is.
Yeah.
It's just like it's fucking like the code red of fucking.
Yo, in 5 years, gender isn't gonna fucking exist, dude. So this is gonna be a. Gotta grow on that one.
Periods will still exist. I think,
Yeah.
in 5
No,
years.
I agree. I think Lady Problem.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a pretty pretty definitive as well. Lady Problems number 4 seed versus YOLO number 13 seed. Let's hear it for Lady Problems. And let's hear it for YOLO.
YOLO.
That is the appropriate.
You only vote one.
Yeah. Also, that is what happens. It's always just one person screaming YOLO.
That was the no friends excuse.
Okay, Lady Problems goes through. I'm a little bit. I feel a little bit weird about having said, "Let's hear it for Lady Problems." Okay, we got food poisoning versus sad.
I would say food poisoning is better than sad, and that's only because
As an excuse.
and that's only because if someone's sad and they're like, "Oh, I can't make it upset," you can be like, "But if you come, I'll make you feel better."
Yeah.
If you make it to this thing, you'll feel better.
And even if you're like full on depression, people always have excuses. They have excuses to your excuse. They're like, well, you're supposed to be with people, man. Getting some exercise would help you. Meanwhile, they have no clue that you can't fucking get the exercise.
Society has a very condescending attitude towards depression.
But we're not even saying depression. This is just saying sad, which might be kind of not even...
Like Linus?
Yeah.
On the other hand, food poisoning kind of sounds like fake as hell.
Yes.
It does sound fake, but if it's real, and if you've had food poisoning, everyone's like, yo, I get it.
It's a classic excuse. It's a classic.
It's also like time-wise, it's the perfect excuse because food poisoning usually only lasts exactly how long the thing you want to get out of lasts.
Yes. And for work, which I feel like is a classic reason to give an excuse, you can extend it. Food poisoning can be a 1-day excuse or it can be a 2-day excuse.
There's always a foil to every excuse.
And also, sad is like, okay, well, I can deal, like, come anyway, but food poisoning is like, oh, no, gross.
Yes,
Get that shit away from me.
Well, I kind of think like for sad, I'm kind of just like, okay, please don't come around me. And for food poisoning, I'm like, you fuck that up. This is on you. I agree. Food poisoning.
Plus, it can't always work because what if you were with that person the day before and you all ate the same thing?
But
How come I'm not sick?
We're talking about working. Sad is going to work more than food poisoning.
Okay, are we talking about working? We're sort of striking at the heart of what it means to be an excuse now. This is the show that answers the questions.
One more thing about improvisers, because they always say that, like, they can't come to things, you know? And sometimes people are
Wait, what more thing about improvisers?
Well, I was just saying.
We didn't have anything.
One
Is there always a conversation going in your head about
I think this is like a trending right now where people are like, they say like, I can't come because I've got to do some self-care.
Yeah.
That is like so hot right now. And I honestly, I don't even fucking email back. I'm just like, it works. Well, food
You do
poisoning,
this at your computer?
I'm just kind of like archive.
Okay, cool. So food poisoning versus sad. Let's hear for number 5 seed food poisoning.
Yeah!
Number 12 seed sad.
Yeah, y'all sad as fuck.
Okay, the tournament is about to start in earnest, but first, we've got to pay for this shit, y'all. So, let's have, oh, great, yeah. Merritt Landsteiner requested to be brought up to a certain song. And this is not it.
Wait. Sorry, this is what you get.
Wrong song, please. That was the wrong song. Okay, cool. Who here even watches fucking basketball?
Yeah!
problems. What? No, they are for the weak women. Just kidding. Nah, I've bled through underwear. At work. Okay. I'm supposed to promote my show. Tony typed up his thing. I didn't because I used to do improv, and I'm obviously good at it. If you come to my show, I have a vape pen with amazing marijuana. If you come to the show next week on Saturday, I will give you unlimited hits. I also have another vape pen that goes even longer. I have a ton of vape pens. Seriously, I'm a woman and I produce the show and I host the show by myself. So if you don't come to the show, you are a rapist. That's what I decided.
Mary, what's the show called and where is it? Maybe before turning us all into
Everyone relax. Okay, everyone relax. I was getting to that. The show is called Hot Dish Comedy. It's the first Saturday of every month. The next one is April 1st, which is a week from today. It is not an April Fool's joke. It's at North Bar on North and Ashland. If you can all pull out your phones and like Hot Dish Comedy on Facebook, and say you're going to the event, even if you aren't, because it would be nice. Also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, if you come to the show, your odds of getting booked on the show go way up, but no improvisers. But improvisers should still come, but you won't get to perform. It's a stand-up show only. Sorry, maybe if you're like good at music and stuff, like I might put up Wes, but I used to do improv, and I'm just like, no. But you guys are probably good at it. I don't know. I walk the fine line. It's like they like being made fun of, but then they don't. I don't know what to do. I do know this. Okay, so I planned one thing here tonight. Last thing, please like Hot Dish Comedy on Facebook, April 1st, and if you don't come to the show, I will murder you! And I'll fucking kill myself! Who's gonna come to the show? Not a good enough response! Great knife! Okay, it's okay. Come and you will get high. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I thought she had stabbed herself. But she did not. Okay, you guys, here we go. It's the Elite Eight. We're gonna just go straight down the line here. We've got the number 1 seed, Death in the Family, versus the number 9 seed, Attacked by an Animal. Okay? And it seems obvious, but we still have to discuss it for a few minutes, because we think we'll learn some interesting things. So, guys?
Attacked by an animal shouldn't even be there. I don't know. So far, the audience has clearly chosen the thing they chose on the vote.
Yeah.
And they decided that being attacked by an animal is a better excuse than saving someone's life.
Right, like the one, God forbid we have one positive thing.
Yeah, and then also on top of it, you could just say, I was saving someone's life who was being attacked by a fucking animal. Alright, no, let's just take one half of it, rather than have a complete, this shouldn't be there. Whatever the first one is, I don't even remember, I don't care.
Well, I will say this, that when you get an excuse, people want it to be want it to be sad. Because then it's like, you're like, oh, sorry, I was late, I was saving life, and it's like, oh, cool. Now you're gonna get a newspaper article written about you. I feel like an excuse has to make someone kind of uncomfortable or sad in a way, which is like being attacked maybe is a better excuse, because saving someone's life is just kind of like an annoying brag.
because something about an excuse. That is so right. Because I was thinking about it as looking at it, and it's like you want the negativity to put just enough buffer so then they shut down further questions. So it's like, so to say, and Death in a Family,
It's better.
Fuck you if someone says who died. Like that's. No.
But everyone dies, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes.
Not Dave. Everyone so far except Dave.
Wait till we get to the coma.
Has anyone had a death in the family and they said it at work and then people at work don't care? That's happened to me.
No, but I have heard of people who have had like said death in the family and somebody was like, okay, prove it. Like you have to bring it.
What?
There's pushback.
Plus, there's a huge scale. There's like, between your immediate family and your extended family.
But if it was
baby
death
first
in the
question
family.
is who. The only question would be like, who is it?
Like when someone says their grandparent died, my first question is like, were you close?
Yeah. I don't even follow up. I'm like, I'm so sorry for your loss, and you fucking move on. You don't follow up like, how close were you?
No, I don't say it like that. I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. Were you guys close? You say I want to know. I'm nosy as fuck.
But you can make the same.
That's
the same argument with attacked by an animal. It's a fucking mosquito. Like, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Of course it is.
But nobody's gonna ask you, were you and the animal close? Like,
But no, if you just got a lump on your arm, they're gonna be like, "Where's the scars and shit?"
Yeah.
I think the bad part of the attack by an animal is that there could be this like thought of the other person be like, "What were you doing? That an animal attacked you?"
Well, that's my other question about excuses. Is if it's self-inflicted at all? Like if you're at all responsible for it, I feel like that kind of invalidates the excuse.
Plus, an animal lover is going to be like, they're already
good.
How'd you get away? How'd you get away from the animal? Like that.
Animals Uber Alice. Yeah.
What did you do to anger the animal?
It's death 100%.
And also, like, on top of it.
You have one more thing, Tom?
I was just gonna say, like, the Menendez brothers, when they killed it.
Dude, you said shit about any of those in rehearsal! Why are you always on the Menendez brothers?
Did you watch a documentary or something?
No, I just like people who kill.
Is there a documentary?
What?
Are we allowed to ask questions?
Oh, you know what? No. I'll come to you in a little while. We're gonna keep this thing moving along. Okay, let's hear it for Death in the Family versus Animal. Death in the Family. Animal attack. Wow. Okay, so Death in the Family moves through. The number 1 seed marches on. Okay, number 4 seed Lady Problems versus number 12 seed Sad. Panel?
Fuck that. It's lady panel. Y'all don't even know.
Well, men don't get sad, so.
Can we, before we just vote, I mean, because it seems pretty decided.
Yeah.
Can we then use this time to discuss what makes an excuse an excuse?
Right.
Sure.
What are the things that make an excuse?
Is that a question?
Super
No,
excuse.
You're either trying to get out of something, or maybe you missed something after the fact, and after the fact, you have to provide a reason why you missed it.
yeah, they're just repackaged lies.
Yeah. but also you failed someone in some way. You're providing.
But did you? Because what if the excuse? I know we said like you can't. It's not as good to use a positive thing for the excuse. But what if it's to do a positive thing? Like, why'd you jump up on that table and start dancing? And you're like, it's my birthday, or like, I was attacked by an animal.
But I mean, if you're jumping on that table and someone's asking you that, it elicits that response. It's because it's their bar mitzvah and you're not the bar mitzvah boy. And like, you know,
you're ruining Jacob's special day.
Yeah. You're taking away from his Haftorah portion in order to do your little dance.
So you failed someone in some way.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's got to make people a little bit uncomfortable. Or did I said that? I'm kind of now being like,
I
whoever said that.
I was on board with the saving your life. It should just have as few follow-ups. Because you don't want to continue lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, or I don't know.
Does it have to be a lie? I mean, is it?
No, it doesn't have to be a lie.
It usually is. Like, it usually is.
No, it's not.
Whenever I give an excuse, it's almost always a lie.
That doesn't, but it's like, not all excuses are lies.
Yes.
Like,
No,
a lot
not
of
all.
lies may be excuses, but not all, it doesn't have to work the other way. Like kids is not a lie.
So is
but
the most
death in the family doesn't have to be a
so
lie.
is the most excusey excuse one that works both as a lie or as a truth?
I think it's the one that leads to the least amount of follow-up questions.
Yeah.
Like the one that you can just say and then it's like, oh, this person's gonna leave me the fuck alone. Like I'll be fine. And also it's this thing where it's also like this idea of like I'm like this isn't gonna be a demerit on my relationship with this person in the future. Like I'm gonna be able to say this thing, they're gonna believe me, but they're not gonna be like, oh, he's gonna do it again. You know, like that. Like you get to keep credibility in that.
You think it can't be a repeatable thing? That makes it an excuse?
Yeah. No, I mean, no, it's more along the line.
There's a nice and tidy factor to it.
Yeah, but my grandmother has died a lot. Like.
So, does lady problems or sad have a tidy factor? Here we go. Number 4, ladies. Number 12, sad.
Wow, I'm upset by that. You had a lot of wiggle room and sad. I feel like
I know. And that was their excuse
Yeah,
too.
I know.
It fits into a lot of places.
At least I respect their integrity more now.
I think lady problems encompasses more of those like.
Yeah, of course. How about this? I'm sad. Why? Because I have uterine cancer.
Okay, that was a pretty quick round, so this would be a good time to go to the audience for questions. But we're moving on. Okay, so number 15, No Friends versus the number 10 seed, Coma.
I would say that a lot of people that have been in comas also have no friends.
Is this gonna be a real round, or is this just gonna be shitting on me? Like, what's the shit? Like,
Did you put that up, Cole? You didn't even
I didn't even suggest it. I
Well,
didn't even
you-
suggest. The 2 shows ago, we had a show that was me roasting the memorial of a show that everyone did when they thought I had died, and one person showed up. Okay, that is the epitome of no friends plus coma. And I promised at that show that I would not. I was like, well, I got a one-man show out of this. I got some decent jokes. I'm done talking about this shit. And now people are suggesting it on Facebook, but I will say I did use the coma to get my mom into the bar. I did when I came back from Cincinnati. I don't know how not to do this without like just doing my fucking one-man show. But okay, so I went into the coma because of addiction, diabetes. I was a pothead and an alcoholic and wasn't testing my blood sugar, so I went into diabetic coma. Then I woke up and yeah, true. It's true. This is why like excuses can't be true. And so then I came back from Cincinnati to Chicago and I did a show like the day I got back, and it was packed, and my mom couldn't get into the bar, and so I said to the bartender, I was like, I don't know how to say this, but like I'm doing this thing and it's like about this thing that happened, and like I was just in a coma, and like my mom like drove back here with me to like see this. It would mean a lot to her, and they did let her in the bar, so I can like vouch for the fact that it does work like at time.
and then the guy with no friends got one friend to come see you.
I feel like this is an argument of was I in a coma? Do I have friends? Where's the real true?
Well, I think no friends should just go through because also on top of this, it's an interesting thing when you talk about being in a coma. It's like, why were you in a coma? Were you in a car accident or were you just irresponsible? So it's like, the way you get into a coma might determine. Like if I hear someone's in a coma because they're a pothead and alcoholic and shit. I'm gonna be less interested in feeling bad than if it's like, they were saving someone's life who was being attacked by an animal.
But to be fair, this doesn't say my coma, it says in a coma.
Yeah, but you just get a whole backstory.
But
I
no,
agree.
I mean, well, just like a logistical thing.
trapped in Narnia. You give the excuse afterward.
It's too big.
Oh, you mean the 16 seat that they changed?
Actually, yo,
But death in the family, it's not like someone's dying in my family right now. It's
why didn't you call me back? I was in a coma.
Yeah.
Why didn't you come to my wedding? I was in a coma.
Right.
Yeah, that seems to work. I think like.
Why didn't you tell IO not to send an email announcing your death to a community you stopped being a part of 3 years ago?
What was the other one?
I don't. For me, it doesn't matter why someone was.
No friends.
Because it's just like it's about mortality, right? Like that's so.
I will say Tom's right. If a good excuse is not your fault and a good excuse requires no follow-up questions, coma's a terrible one.
Yeah.
But I was
No
in a
friends.
coma. But I was in a coma. We'll find out how good of an excuse it was for if it gets through.
Someone needs to at least.
I will say this
what's
about no friends.
Yeah.
I've never heard it be used, but if it was used, I would just. It would work.
Is no friends like I didn't hear about it because no one told me
Just
about
the
it?
word no.
What if it's like no new friends, like a Drake thing?
An excuse is only as good as whatever could foil it, right? And the first thing is like, I got no friends. I would go, I'm
your friend, exactly.
Foiled immediately.
Yep.
I'm your friend.
Okay.
No, like, that's me, dude.
Foiled immediately clause. Okay, alright, number 15, no friends versus number 10, coma, no friends. Woo! This guy roots for the, he wants the underdog. Okay, coma.
Not your coma.
I know. It's hard not to take personally.
We did get a kind of an interesting thing there. Tom brought up a point that was like, it makes an excuse maybe makes the person you're telling it to feel bad or maybe empathetic to your situation. That's, I don't know, just something to consider. Okay.
Good addition to the comedy show.
I'm the host. I'm not a comedian.
Like a good excuse should be like, relatable.
Yeah.
Like the coma one is
No,
good,
not relatable.
but like someone saying they have diarrhea, you're like, oh.
Yes, diarrhea is such a good one.
That's food poisoning.
No, it's also part of lady problems. It happens.
Okay.
You don't have any friends. You don't.
No, the number 3 seed, kids, versus the number 11 seed, it's my birthday.
Oh. Kids. 100%.
I have kids and it is rules. No way! Are you fucking kidding me? Kids, truly, first of all, it is usually a truthful excuse.
Yes.
Like, it's usually almost like always truthful. I think once I said it as a lie, and it worked, and I felt so good about that. 'Cause that worked, but then they got sick, so then...
Joe, can't you get a babysitter?
What?
Can't you get a babysitter?
What are you talking about? Oh, you're saying...
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you trying to foil my excuse?
Yeah.
No. Sometimes it's like they're sick. Sometimes it's like I couldn't find a sitter. Sometimes the sitter's running late. I mean, there's like so many reasons.
But I don't
Are you-
have
and-
kids, so I can't relate.
Yes. He has kids. But Dave, that is why Dave is shaking his head.
No, because kids is the definition of a problem you caused. It's like you fucking said, I want to have an excuse that will always be true forever. Then you came, and 9 months later, your fucking excuse.
But in the case of, okay, why didn't you come to my wedding? Oh, because I have kids. Like, what? That doesn't even...
Sometimes-
Right, kids, it's my birthday. It's my birthday.
I'm not going to... Great, you're getting married. I'm going to go do my birthday.
If you can't go to a wedding because of your kids, that is sad and fucked up. Yeah. And I would think that's a better excuse for being like, oh, I wanted to go to your wedding, but actually I kind of had a more exciting party.
No,
for
because
myself.
a wedding is first of all, I don't know why wedding is the situation we're only using
Or work, whatever.
Right, but it's
Why
like,
could
but your birthday is immovable. Your birthday happens at the same time.
But it also
And
only
plus
happens
kids,
once a year.
you get multiple birthdays to use as their excuse.
But
like
kids-
you gave birth to them. I don't know.
I'm just like, I don't know. This is just a bracket. This is just a joke. But you know what? When you have kids, you're gonna be like, damn.
I'm never having fucking kids.
I
just wanted to say that.
Are often celebrated in observation of the day. You
Yeah.
pick the weekend,
Which is why it makes it a better excuse, because it can be also a lie, but it can be the truth.
Flexible.
Be flexible.
But it also is like when someone gives an excuse, you're like, you're one of those people.
You punch him in the face.
That uses
What?
I agree. That does make you a little bit shitty, but so does being like, my kids.
That makes you shitty
Yeah,
caring
dude,
about
like-
someone else?
Yeah, a little bit.
I am also a mother, and I will not dispute that kids can be shitty, and you have chosen to make your life less fun. But at the same time, again, I think this falls into lady problems. You also suffer from uterine cancer, so you understand.
Yes,
What?
It's sympathy.
Yeah, you can't say that shit because then it makes it seem like I wasn't in a coma.
Here's the thing about kids, like I have
This is about the Menendez.
But it's, here, like my friends who have kids, I've just stopped being friends with. And people who don't have kids are fun to be around, and I'd much rather hear an excuse from someone who's like, yeah, you know, like, I was busy that night, rather than someone who just stays out till 9 p.m. every night and just goes home because they're tired all the time.
I'm sorry, what time is it right now?
It's a little later. Okay, exception to the rule.
Wow, what a mom
But-
joke.
I mean, like,
The
if it's
You probably did that last night.
But also, this is not kids themselves are not a concept, but rather a real thing and beings. So they are legitimately outside of your control.
Right,
That
but
is
they
the
require
best
so many
excuse.
follow-up questions, like, can you get a babysitter? Like, what? Like,
No one ever asks. No one ever asks.
You'd be like, dude, do you ever kind of wish you didn't have kids? Like,
Yeah,
these
you
questions
ask
always
them
exist.
that. They go,
Well,
yes, but I
Whatever, you're loose. Christ says you shouldn't have had
It's
it.
my birthday should never win. That is so self-indulgent.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yes,
Mark
it
says
is 100% like self-indulgent. If someone says it's my birthday, it's like me.
You are a
over-
kid.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like the Kanye of excuses.
No, then this is a Bruce Springsteen versus Kanye.
I mean, if you were coming, if it was a work situation, it's like, it's my birthday. I'd be like, all right, well, that's cool. I mean, that's only once a year. It's like, kids is like, oh shit, this is gonna be
Yeah, it's
happening
not
all the
tidy. It's
time.
like, oh, her
This is gonna be
fucking
happening all
kids
the
are
time.
doing
You already, I'm not your number one. You
But
got a
even
kid.
Kanye did not win that award. That let's see. Is it the number 3 kids versus the number 11 birthday? Is it kids? Birthday? Underdog man, not present. Okay. Oh, no. Kids goes 3. Kids. Okay, great. All right. We gotta pay for this, y'all. Where's the thing? Here we go. Okay. Oh, yes. Tim Cox!
Thank you all for coming out to my commercial. I really appreciate it. Seriously, what a good-looking crowd. I'm like pre-coming right now. Hot. Anyway, I'm Tim Cox. I went to the Sean Spicer School of Public Speaking. That's the gun.
Oh.
Should I speak to the television? Right? I run a free show every first Wednesday of the month. That's a clunky sentence, but the first Wednesday of every month over at Brew in North Milwaukee, 1562 North Milwaukee. I don't have the coordinates, longitude and latitude, so you'll have to look that up. But so that's going to be April 5th, 7 o'clock. It is a themed comedy show in which we book headliners. They choose their feature act, so it's something slightly different than a lot of comedy shows. And then they pick the theme, and thereafter we inform the rest of our performers what that theme is, and they kind of maybe write material under that inspiration, or if they have material that they already have and look through that lens, they perform that way. So it's kind of a fun, different take on the stand-up show. Kind of nifty, right? This coming month, with my co-producers, Jen White. She's a precocious little gal. You may have seen her with neat dyed hair. And then Brandon Kirkman is the progenitor of the show. We're in our 3rd year. I'm a newer producer. But this coming month's show will be headlined by Cody Melker. He's chosen Brittany Meyer as his feature, and the topic will be truth. And I know you guys can't handle the truth. That's why you all voted for Donald Trump, I'm sure. But, no, so obviously it's a very timely topic. So if you want to come out, we always have free beer. It's at a coffee shop. I often cook food, and I have to sneak it in because they hate that you don't buy food from them. But, yeah, so I mean, thanks for giving me the time to give a PSA. I'll let you guys get back to whatever this is.
And what this is tournament-style comedy, bracketology, March Madness, rock and roll. Okay, here we go. We're into the final 4, you guys. It's the matchup you've been waiting for. Death, number 1 seed, versus Lady Problems, number 4 seed.
Death in the Family.
Death in the Family, sorry, yes, Death in the Family is the full text of that excuse.
Death in the Family versus Lady Problems.
I mean, Lady Problems is problematic only because it only works for half of the people, but those people it works really well for.
Well, I wouldn't say that's necessarily true. I mean, he knows ladies.
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, but
I
so, if I was like, I can't make the show...
My woman has uterine cancer, I gotta go pick her up from the guy...
Uterine cancer is never the lady problem.
It could be. Have you ever been falsely diagnosed by the fucking gynecologist?
Have you?
Yes!
Okay.
Yeah!
I took a chance.
Oh, look. Oh, I gotta drive my girl to get her abortion. Lady problems. I gotta drive
You guys
my girl.
are doing way too hard. You guys should be arguing like every month this happens. I'm saying like you're making it way too hard for yourselves. I think Death in the Family should win, but Lady in the Problems is getting the over-arguments.
Why should Death in the Family win?
Because it's like the great leveler. Like Alana said, it's like it affects everyone.
You need that emotional buffer, and it has that right there.
Yeah, it immediately shuts it down.
I think the same could be said for the lady problems because it is an inscrutable thing. The areas that are encompassed by lady problems.
But is it if you say it to another lady? Because I'm genuinely curious. If you say lady problems to a lady, is she like, oh, I get it, and then asks you, do they do follow-ups?
But no, but that's the empathy.
I mean, like, if you seem like you want to volunteer that information, which I do.
I actually feel like I don't hear that excuse very often, and when I do, I'm from someone, I take it as like a serious problem because it is something that we have every month. And it is kind of like a problem every month, I guess I would say. That if you say it's a problem, then it must be very bad.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Especially an adult woman.
But worse than a death in the family.
Everyone dies. Someone.
But Joe, you don't really.
But Dave, we're not talking about best and worst. We're talking about excusiest excuse.
Right.
So this is like death is huge, but you get to use it like a few times, maybe, like for most of your life. Until I guess you're really old and all your friends are dying all the time.
I mean, you know, like you go through the airport, you don't want to go through the thing, lady problem. You don't want to fuck up my baby. You want to go through a police block, lady problem.
As far as excuse, you get to use it again and again. It's an immediate
That goes right against the tininess argument.
There's an air of mystery about it.
No, there is no follow-up. There is no follow-up.
There's no follow-up.
If you wanna, if you
right, it's no follow-up, but you're using it again and again and again. You're saying that makes it a good excuse. I think no.
It's almost an embarrassing excuse actually to share with people. So when it's used, it should be respected.
Yeah, unlike Death in the Family, which people love to just talk about and offer.
I mean, sorry, dude. You actually like you. Well, you know.
As a male, I'm always embarrassed to say lady problems because I know everyone knows I'm full of bullshit. So I don't understand. Like, it's cool that we keep pretending that men can somehow use this argument, even though they can't. When you say, if I went to my boss, I said, hey, I can't make it to work today, I have lady problems.
No, so wait, are you trying to say that it's about percentage?
He'd be like, dude, I understand.
No, wait,
Get a drink afterwards.
Wait, so are we talking about quantity? Are we talking about quantity, the amount of people
what
that
are
make
lady
this
problems? I
excuse?
can't figure out how to drive.
No.
Going shopping.
Not everyone's been in a coma.
I better stand up.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying I can't. But
I think
that could happen to
But
me.
if it happened to you, you can use it.
Yeah, I can't. I can't go Freaky Friday. I can't that's just the thing that's only
called
happens in the
transgender,
movies.
Tom.
No.
I mean, in terms of quality of excuse, I have used lady problems over and over again. Death in the family, I've never.
I don't even call that an excuse. That's a tragedy.
That's
I
not
don't
an
even
excuse.
put that in like.
Okay.
It's like
Exactly, it transcends the category.
That is not an excuse.
It is an excuse that transcends excuses. Christ was a man and
All right,
God.
audience. All right, audience.
the audience decides that. Dave. Okay.
I'm not even really arguing that hard.
Okay. So here we go. Death in the family versus lady problems. Number 1 seed, death.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? I'm a woman. I'm going for death.
Versus the number 4 seed, lady problems. The audience goes for quantity.
I just had an article about male feminists. Fuck this
Well,
shit.
get ready.
Are you kidding me?
Get ready for
Yeah, okay, good. All right.
You're making
Wait, Death got out?
Death got out.
Oh.
I don't can't relate to that.
I'm still shocked that fucking I forgot.
That's a
That
huge.
was- I had money on that.
Also, Dave
Shit.
brought up a good excuse in that last round, which is, I'm just kidding.
100% true.
That is so funny. Yes.
100% true. I am. I'm not a
That's a
misogynist. I'm like
pretty good
Tom. I'm not a real misogynist.
Tom really.
The number 10 seed. We're moving on.
Just kidding.
The number 10 seed, coma versus the number 3 seed, kids. Being in a coma versus kids.
Coma is still in this.
There you go.
This is not even
They
worth
had an easy run, but I mean,
I just gotta ask, like, how much mileage can you get out of being in a coma?
Kind of a lot. I think I skipped about 2.5, 3 years of Chicago stand-up hierarchy with being in a coma. People immediately knew who I was. I got a feature story in a major publication. Most people don't get that for like going to open mics.
What's that an excuse for?
It's not an excuse. I'm just saying
If you want to make it big, get in a coma.
if you
You have no excuse.
Yeah.
No, I mean this is not even a thing.
I don't know. I don't mean to argue the matchup ahead, but do we really want this to be kids versus lady problems? Why don't we just pencil in Beyonce and burn the whole fucking bracket?
I don't know about
Do we want to even have the chance that Coma could be the champion?
Yeah! How insane would that be? I would feel so vindicated. Also, my mom was the most important person who was there by my bedside the entire time. So I feel like coma encompasses kids.
But
Yeah.
how many times did your mother say, "I'm sorry, I can't do this. My kid is in a coma"?
So which excuse is that?
The kid.
No.
Kid.
It just
My
said
kid.
no because the excuse is in a
Sorry,
coma for
my
about
kid.
2 months. It's not.
Hey,
It's
it
not.
wasn't.
No.
It wasn't.
It's not subject.
It
It's not
wasn't.
I was. It's not who was. It's in a coma.
Yeah, but your
for-
mom wasn't like, my neighbor's in a coma. It was her kid.
Yeah.
You can say
The
my
word
kid
is
in a
literally
hospital.
no, it's literally the word in front of coma. Kid. First in the sentence.
Sure.
I bet, like,
Right.
get your mom on the phone right now.
My phone's over there. No, but okay. How long can can kid be used for as an excuse?
Kids needs to be. It needs to be out there. Honestly, you're like trashing on any of us for having kids, saying like that's our problem, right?
Yeah.
When we use it as an excuse, we're telling the world like it's fucked up to have kids. It is. You all need to know this.
Where's the
My
warning?
excuses are real. Our lives are sad. You need to know that. You need to know the other side of having kids.
You're saying kids includes sad, includes no friends, includes lady problems, includes coma.
Yes.
You're saying kids encompasses everything.
And their birthdays, dude.
Eat shit.
the umbrella argument. Okay, so is it number 10 coma versus number 3 kids? Coma. first unanimous. This is the last underdog seed in the whole tournament, and underdog man is just. He's there, but he's shaking his head. Okay.
Looks like I'm the real underdog.
I mean, you do have friends. I don't know about these. I'm just kidding.
The finals of this competition involves a lot of extensive CGI. So we had to pay for it with this last ad with Tony Saikowski. He wanted me to tell you he's easily recognized because he looks like an off-brand Jeff Goldblum.
Wait, dude, I already won. Tony
Nope.
Saikowski already went.
Yeah, but I wrote them wrong. So this actually should have been up there. So that's why I said it wrong.
Okay, plug my show again. Please.
So it's actually Basil Farage.
That just felt like a long-winded excuse for avoiding saying my name. It's Basil. That's true. It is. But Chowkowski's Basil better than no one. Everyone's always like Basil Farag. Chowkowski. I'm arguing for my name right now. This is not. Okay, so I just want to talk to Maya for a second, cause I'm just poking at you, but I just like how you were like, yo, does anyone watch basketball? And there was literally a black dude in a Bulls shirt.
People wear that shit as fashion statements.
That's true, but not all of them are black, but, you know, I'm just saying, I just felt like...
Because we're literally in a K-hole of a house. These all look like drug addicts that watch basketball.
I love drugs. Yeah, let me get that vape pen, dog. Get that shit.
My point is,
hell yeah. You guys vape?
Oh, you vaping? Dope.
Yo, I'll put myself back in the coma right now.
I lost control of the room. This is what happened. I just lost control of the room. I co-host.
For this.
That's right. I paid for this. I co-host a show at the Whip Theater a show? What the fuck? An open mic at the Whip Theater with Zach Boyce. We do it once a month. We bring food out. It's a lot of fun. People actually. It's a lot of fun. I don't know why people are enjoy it, which is weird for an open mic. So it's pretty fun. So come out to that.
When is it?
Oh, that's right. First Sunday every month. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
What time?
That's a great question. Oh my gosh. 2:00 every Sunday. So
What's it called?
it's called the what's it called? It's called the Struggle Bus Open Mic. So it's fun. Yeah. Thanks, guys. We named it ourselves. It's great.
What kind of food do you bring?
I bring ethnic stuff mostly because there are lots of white people and they're very easily impressed. So that's what it's about. I hope you guys like the outfit.
Ethnic stuff like
That's right. Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Yeah. How's the is that the light? That's my catchphrase. Is that the light? Is that the light? Thanks for listening to me, you guys. I picked this outfit out specifically. I'm the principal of a school for gifted assholes, so things are going real well. For real though, is that the light? I don't know.
Dude, that's just a light.
Oh.
You've been vaping?
Let's hear it one more time for Tony Saikowski. Okay, it's the finals. The number 4 seed Lady Problems versus the number 3 seed Kids.
Oh my god.
I'm going to let you guys think about it for just a second. I'm going to let you guys know that at the end of the finals, I've got some superlatives to award the cast up here. I was supposed to tell you this at the beginning of the show, but again, I wrote it on the wrong part of the card. So the superlatives that will be handed out. The rightest person will get an award. The wrongest person will get an award. The biggest bullshitter will get an award. The audience darling will get an award. The most efficient arguer will get an award. The tallest arguer will get an award. And then there will be the award for the Taco Bell Think Outside the Bun. This is the Taco Bell Think Outside the Bun Award for Most Creative Arguer. And then we actually have a prize, which is a full Taco Bell combo. It includes a crunchy taco,
and a Baja Blast,
a Doritos Loco cheesy gordita crunch.
Wow, that's Cody's like.
Yeah, that's up for grabs.
I got name drop twice.
So that's coming up right after the drop. Here we go. All right, lady problems versus kids. Go nuts.
Turn your eyes. You're like.
Okay, I think lady problems beats kids because I think. Honestly, lady problems like one of the first things I thought of when I heard of this bracket.
Yeah.
I get that it doesn't work for half the people, but when someone's like lady problems, you're just like, especially the like classic man response. And I feel like it's not just a parody; like it actually happens. Men are like, no.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say: if you have a child and you neglect them, you can't go, "Oh, I'm sorry, kid, I have lady problems."
So what is that?
Just the idea that
Biggest bullshitter.
what I'm saying is that kids are more important than lady problems. If you're
But
not
kids are a lady problem.
Excuse what?
I thought the same thing.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, like you can't. A kid is the best excuse because there's nothing else that trumps a kid. Whenever you need to take care of a kid, you have to do it.
Unless you're in a coma.
Irrespective, yeah, whatever.
Did anyone time how long it was since he said he would never mention coma?
What about the lady with the kid? Lady with the kid.
Kid versus lady problems.
Oh, I've actually never used lady problems as an excuse.
Well, that's not the question.
Well, because I just don't think, I think sometimes it is something, I don't know, I don't know. Does it get...
Let me tell you, if you need to get through a police block, that shit works.
But when do you need to get through a police block?
Traveling the world, doing cool gypsy queen stuff.
I guess my thing is like I don't know how well it works because I've never used it personally, but I've heard both excuses and I think they both work.
What about other lady with a kid?
All right, so
Stand back up, like
I'm struggling with it myself. I think I'm leaning towards lady problems only because one, by and large, children are a lady problem because women are typically the primary parent. This is the way our society works. Maybe someday. But I will say that if you think about what an excuse is supposed to be, I feel like lady problem also is the more thing that you can use more frequently and is more often a lie. Like with kids, I feel like it's more often like actually an excuse, like a legitimate thing versus a lady problem where I can say it because I feel sad or I have no friends or if I, or I'm in a coma.
Well, okay, so let's go through our ways of identifying what an excuse is. The umbrella excuse, as Bill called it, is kids, right? Kids wins that one.
Yeah.
More often
lady problem.
Is lady problem.
No, I don't
But
think so.
But then we also
Kids
said
can be
less often should be the reason, so that would make kids, like, which is more excusey? More often or less often?
I don't even need to have a kid. If I see a kid on the street and he gets hit on the back of the head with a bat, and there's no adult around to take care of him, it's my responsibility to take care of that kid.
No, you're supposed to get on
Even more.
John, I mean, I hate to be a stickler, but I think that falls under the category of had to say it.
Oh, shit. Okay, all right. The kid's crying and listen, that was an over-exaggeration.
Oh, shit.
One thing about lady problems, I mean specifically for the females, sometimes though, like when you hear that, you think that is a lie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that scales like more of a lie.
I also don't think it always for every audience is a showstopper, and I feel like kids can be like a show-stopping excuse. Like, yes, like all you need to be is like, look, my kid is asleep, and I have to be at home at the same time that they're asleep.
Yeah.
That's all it needs to be. Like, I
It
cannot
doesn't need to be
abandon my
anything
kid.
dramatic.
Yeah, and we did say we wanted something like positive. Kids can be positive. Like my
Oh,
kid.
but then we decided that it had to be negative.
No, we didn't. Did we?
No.
I thought we said
did.
it had to be.
We had an open
No.
discussion.
Can be my kids.
We didn't decide
got
anything.
swim
We just
class.
discussed
I
it.
just think it has lady problems in it. Like, it's practically a fucking synonym for an excuse.
Not true.
You can say it's not true.
Oh yeah, all the people at UNICEF are just fuckers. Yeah, you're like there are all these people helping kids, and they don't. They don't need to. We're not gonna see them tonight because we're in a party
Kale
mindset.
basement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're kids all over the place who need help. And when you're like, oh, I'm gonna take my time out of my life to
Okay,
take
I'm
care of
gonna
that
go ahead
kid.
and give out.
I love
Shut up. So, that'll probably come back in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and right now I'm gonna give the award for wrongest to Tom.
I'm saying what everyone wanted.
Sounds awesome. I've been saying what everyone wants. That is. Yes. Yeah, because they're
saying what no one needs to.
Yeah, exactly. They thought about it for a second. They thought about it. Okay. Also, wrongest goes to Tom. Biggest bullshitter goes to Tom. I think Taco Bell Think Outside the Bun Award for Most Creative Argument also goes to Tom. Bungie, I'm sorry. Bungie, I'm sorry. Every time you try to compete for this, and it's just not happening for you. Tallest goes to Mark Logston. I think most efficient.
He's taller than me.
I know, but I give the award.
The man to the man.
Is it really? Let's see, back to back.
Stand up.
I think so.
Stand up.
I thought
Stand up.
But I'm wearing the basketball thing.
Oh wait.
Back to back.
I thought he was taller.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
did
kind
you
of
have a
racist.
question?
It sounds like Marcos is taller.
No pressure. Okay.
He's faster.
I think most efficient goes to Joe Scott for her pretty emotionally based arguments.
Bravo.
Less words, more feelings. Great. Rightest actually goes to Dave.
What?
Yeah, but that's just because he absolutely believes that he's right. He is
I would say it's an alt-rightist. Like, come on and get off the fuck out of here with all the groans. Eat shit forever.
Just kidding.
No, I'm real all right.
Okay, yes.
Eat shit forever.
And that leaves only one award left to give, which is the Audience Darling Award. And so I think the way that I decided we would pick this award is just, we'll have the audience start chanting a name, and then... Congratulations, Tom.
All right, everybody,
So shame.
we've got to pick. We've come to the end of the bracket. It's been a long, arduous tournament. The number 1 seed fell. The number 2 seed fell very early on. Man, it's so sad.
I'm gonna go with kids.
Thank you guys for coming out! No, you have to decide. Bungie is not allowed to pick for you. Okay. Number 4 seed Lady Problems versus the number 3 seed Kids. Let's hear it for Lady Problems. Let's hear it for Kids. Okay. So we have decided this year's tournament for excuses goes to kids. Unless I fail to write anything on my cards, that's the end of my responsibilities as host.
We gotta give the winner.
I did fail to write that.
Yeah.
Where are the brackets? Oh, kids. Did anybody choose kids?
Those are empty.
I did, but I forgot.
What?
Let's see.
Okay,
We had this person picked food poisoning. This one picked it's my birthday. This was death in the family. This one went with the dark horse Narnia.
And then didn't vote for it.
And in Narnia, the dark horse talks. Okay, birthday number 7. Birthday got 2. I forgot. Okay, so who picked 3 to go the farthest then? Whoever picked
Death in the family was the furthest race.
kids.
Well, wait. We have to say before we announce who won. We have to say what the prize is.
Okay.
And to do that, we have to kind of close out the
Which
show.
is what I was going to tell you to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
This
So.
is the winner.
You got another bracket. So
Oh damn.
Okay, well then these are tied.
But that's kind of fucked up. Someone could be filling that
No,
out.
it's obviously because I didn't pick a winner or anything.
Oh.
It's not your bracket.
No,
Oh,
they
okay.
didn't pick the word.
Okay, so while Bill's figuring that out, I just want to say thank you guys sincerely so much for coming. I know this is like a stupid little thing, but we do this every month, and it's really fun. We like doing it a lot. It genuinely doesn't cost that much money, but that's because we like spend out of pocket. Like I own these goofy ass lights that Basil thought was the light. Just kidding. I know you were looking at the video thing. But what? So we do collect money after. If you thought it was worth it, if you drank a beer, if you would like to see us like try to figure out a way to promote better than just like the week of and kind of texting people, you know, that's what the money will go for. Also, this month we will split whatever the amount of money you put in to the so we should announce the winner after this is passed.
Okay.
There's $10 in here right now. So we will split with the winner of the brackets the money in this bucket. Okay? So, sweet. So I will not be ashamed in that way. You already are guaranteed at least $5.
Also, Dave does have a bracket submitted to the...
I did submit a bracket.
What did he think?
He didn't win. He didn't win. Dave didn't win.
No pressure. You genuinely don't have to, but if you want to, if you think you might have won the bracket. Yeah, hell yeah. Sweet. Thank you.
I forgot the bracket, but here's.
That's okay, dude. Thank you. Okay, so we're good. So, Bill, who wins the bracket? You count that. I will count the money.
For having lady problems correctly in the in the finals, and for picking kids to go to the semis, Tim Cox.
Keep the money for your show.
Thank you guys so much. Wait, say one more word though.
I forgot to really just, if you take a moment, go on Facebook, just find Ego Trip Club, like our page.
Ego Trip
we'll see
Club.
after
The
time.
art is always super tight for those shows. Thank you guys seriously so much for coming. Next show is April. And it's the last Saturday of April. Someone look up when that is, but the shows are always the last Saturday at 9 p.m. And next month we're doing the opposite of a roast. So we don't know what that is. That's the thing with the show. We figure it out every month. So we're gonna figure out what the fuck the opposite of a roast is, and we're gonna put that show up in 4 weeks from now. Cool? So mark your calendars and let's hang out. We got time to hang out.
29th.
Oh, thank you to Albion House.
April 29th.
Yes, thanks to Albion House. April 29th, 9 p.m. Okay, we're done. I think